And today I'd like to go through with you a few of the basic techniques and tactics that I use in creating big selling websites. Now, the first thing that you need to do when considering how to make your own direct response website much more effective is that you need to have a good strong headline at the top of the page. Now, once you've got that in place, what I find is if you enclose your headline within quotation marks as we've done here, that increases conversions. Now, the reason why this actually increases conversions is because it looks like it's something somebody said, and people tend to pay more attention to something that looks like it's being said by somebody else. So this is one very simple, very basic tactic that you can apply to your sales letter that works extremely well. Another thing you can do is to actually create some handwriting text and actually add this to your page, and this adds a nice personal touch to it and just adds to the personality of the page itself. So let's scroll down and see what we've got next. Now, what I highly recommend you do is take your very best testimonial and actually place this at the top of the page. And what this becomes is what's called a blanket testimonial. And this is what the very first thing people read. And as they're reading the rest of your sales letter, it'll always be coloured by the very first thing they read, which of course was your very best testimonial, as we can see here. So this, I find, works extremely well. Now, as you go down the page a bit more, we've got things like a drop cap here, and a drop cap is simply just a graphical image that you've created of the very first letter of the very first paragraph of your website. And what we do is we drop it in here, and it helps to draw the eye into the page, so the eye goes straight here and it knows where to start. And the whole point of these various different tactics that I have used within the sales page are all designed to help move the eye around the page and just keep people's attention on reading what it is you have to say. So let's scroll down the page a bit more, and you can see what I've done. I've basically pulled out various words within the copy itself that are very important. So if somebody skim read it, so if they wanted to read it very quickly, in other words, they could just read what's in bold and get the gist of what's been said. But what you want to do, as I said before, is you want to get people to be pulled into reading the sales letter and to be attracted by these powerful phrases, as we have in this example here. So if I scroll down the page a bit more, we can see things like subheads, making subheads in a different color, different size. Again, this just all helps to break up the page. And then we've got things like bullet points. And again, this is really useful for people quickly reading through your website, because what you'll find is that very few people will read your sales letter word for word, and you've got to bear this in mind. What you'll find is people will just skim through it very quickly, so you want to make it as easy and effective for them as possible to actually skim read through your website, and bullet points are a great way of doing this. It helps to break up the site, it helps to get across key points very quickly. Okay, let's scroll down the page a little bit more here, and we can see we've got another testimonial here, a couple of testimonials. Scroll down the page here, and we've got a nice large sub-headline here, just re-emphasizing, what people are actually going to be getting. And then some more testimonials. As you see, I've broken things up with testimonials, and again, that helps as people are reading through the copy. Then they hear what someone else has had to say about that particular product, and it all helps. And we've got quite a few testimonials here from various people. And then of course we've got the actual product itself. Here's exactly what you get when you grab this amazing new product today. Now, it's been proven time and time again that by having a 3D representation of a digital product, it actually helps to increase conversions of your website. So I highly recommend having a 3D image of what it is you're selling, even if it's not actually a book and it's not actually a CD. It doesn't really matter. It just helps to get across the idea that people are actually buying something, even though it's digital. And as I say here in the copy, full downloadable MP3 recording. So this is good to do. Okay, now let's scroll down the page a little bit more. Okay, and we've got things like a special limited time bonus. It's important to have bonuses in your sales letter, just so people know they're going to be getting something extra, basically, and that multiplies the value of what it is they're buying. And then again, we've got another headline here: multiply your investment 10 times in 3 months or you pay nothing. and this is all part of the guaranteed side of it. So you really reversing as much of the risk as possible when someone goes to actually buy your product. And what I've done here is I've actually created the guarantee, so it looks like a certificate of some sort, and just by making it look like a certificate, this is again proven to increase conversions. Now of course I say this is in my case. What you'll need to do is start off with this but test it without it and see what happens. You've got to do testing all the time within the sales process to find out what works and what doesn't, because what I'm saying to you here now works for me but it may not work for you within your particular market. But it's always good to start with something that is working for somebody else and then test something else altogether just to see what works and what doesn't. You could be surprised. I've been surprised quite a few times just by doing these various tests. Now let's have a look. Scroll down the page a bit more. It's just restating the guarantee, making it as risk-free as possible. And we have a look down here, then we reveal the price. Look down again, and we've also got some personalization in here, as you can see. We've got personalization, and that again has helped to improve and increase the conversion rate of your website, just by using personalization, if of course you can do that. Now let's scroll down the page a bit more. We've got some more testimonials here. We've got someone who's giving a case study of how this product has been successful for them. Scroll down the page a bit more, and we've got a nice screenshot here. Screenshots of testimonials can work really well also, so let's have a look. And then of course you've got the actual call to action. Try Make My Website Sell right now. And what we're doing here is we're just restating the offer very briefly, restating the price, and using a checkbox. And just having this checkbox in here like this has been proven to increase conversions. So it's well worth doing. Even if you're not doing it within your sales letter, you could always place this on a separate page if you wanted to. But I highly recommend integrating as much as possible into one single page, so the fewer steps involved the better. And in this case it's all in one page. Now another thing that you can do that's been proven to increase conversions is to do this, is to have this text here, choose your payment option below. Now of course what this does is it assumes someone is going to buy something. You don't say to someone, you know, do you want to buy this or not? You always assume that that is the action they're going to take. Now assuming that is the action they're going to take, which payment option would you prefer? And would you like this one or this one? Now of course they both go to PayPal, they're basically the same, they're just two different types of order buttons, and this has been proven to work extremely well. We go down the page a little bit more and we get to the end of the letter, and of course we've got the signature. Always make a signature look like it's a signature in some way. Again, you know, this all helps to add to the personalization of the website rather than just having a font like in your name. Just adds to the effect and makes it look more like a letter. And of course you've got the PS points here, just restating the offer, just saying what people are going to be getting, you know, test drive it for 90 days, and you can also keep the bonuses for free. So this is how you do it. This is what's worked for me, this has worked for many other successful marketers as well, so try it out and see what happens. Now if you'd like to know more details about these particular techniques and a whole load more besides, I highly recommend you take a good look at this particular product here, which is called Make My Website Sell, which I'm offering on pixelstoprofits.com. So thanks for taking the time and just going over this video. I hope you've learned a few new things through what I've given you here today, and hopefully I'll speak to you again soon. Thanks very much. Bye for now.